Welcome back to another episode of Serious TV. If you've been following along with our Africa series, you'll know that we've laid down a pile of animals. I think we're on 10 or 11 videos for this series. We're really excited about how it went, but this is our last video of the series, and it's a little bit different today. We're not going after some mature bull of some really cool African species. Today we are going after female Impala. And the reason for that is if you've seen some of the videos where I shot the sable and the springbuck, there's just a ton of animals, and this is a really vast piece of land. Ryan told us that a lot of these Impala are just really old. They're on their decline, and he wants to get them out so some of the younger ones can start getting their genetics out there. So the goal for today is to shoot as many female Impala as we can, and we even have some time tomorrow. We're going to try and shoot some more. So we know they're coming in at some point today. We're just going to sit down and get comfortable and wait on them to show up and make a good shot. There's some Impala. Just came in. She ducked it pretty hard, but she looks like she's good. She's bleeding a lot. I think she's done for. Yeah. I saw her go out. Yeah, but you could see the blood pouring, dude. Yeah. Alright, so we finally had some Impala come in, and there were 3 females there. One finally gave me a shot. It was like when they first came in, they're always all bunched up, but as they get more comfortable, they all kind of spread out, and one finally gave me a clear broadside shot. And when I shot, it looked like she ducked a little bit, but as she was running off, there was blood absolutely just pouring out everywhere, so I don't think she's going to be too far. Alright, it's been about 15 minutes. We're going to go just see if we can find the arrow real quick, and then give it a little bit and go see if we can find her. Alright, so we just found the arrow. Out of pure curiosity. It is 73 yards from the blind. And it looks pretty bloody. That's a nice sight. Shot the tough head 200 grain wide with bleeders. Looks brand new. Not a thing wrong with it. Had Seth sharpen it up for me after I shot the sable with it. And the springbuck, so this one's doing pretty well. All right, we got the arrow. I don't think she's gonna be far, so we're gonna just take a walk over here, see if we can find her. We just kind of walked out the direction that we saw her go, and I can see her laying dead right there. So let's go check her out. Good shot. So I will say, it's not my best shot in the world. It's a few inches back and a little bit high, but I caught lungs, did the job. And this was really just kind of like a management culling hunt. As you all have seen in the videos where I shot the sable and Seth shot the Impala and springbuck, and then I shot another springbuck. There's just so many animals in this area, and there's a lot of old female Impala, and they're just trying to get some of the old ones out, let some of the new genetics do their job. So luckily we were allowed to help with that. So we got one down. Looks like I got a double lung, I would guess. She's like 70 yards from the blind. So we've got a little bit of time left. We're gonna try and hurry up and get this thing out of here. So maybe this afternoon or tomorrow morning before our flight, we can come back in and maybe shoot one more. Let's go. All right, so we just got the Impala back to the skinning shack, and we were just kind of looking at it, just talking about how old of an Impala this is. So we figured we'd let Ryan kind of explain why we're doing this culling, what the purpose of it is.
So basically a lot of these animals are well past their prime. This one in particular, you can't see it now that she's hanging up, but her hip bones and her pelvis are showing up pretty badly. But if you have a look, old animals, I mean, she's almost virtually got no teeth left. Sorry, it is a bit dirty, but her teeth are finished. This would have been her last season anyway. So while we can still repurpose the meat, rather than letting an animal just die of old age in the bush, we prefer to harvest them, and this is what we would term a management animal.
That's pretty cool. So we got one today, and hopefully we can get maybe 1 or 2 more tomorrow.
All right, so it's day 2 here in the blind. We shot a female Impala yesterday, so hopefully we can arrow 1 or 2 more before we have to leave to go to the airport. This is our last day here, so this is just kind of a last-minute Hail Mary to try and sling some more arrows. So they're coming in. We're just gonna sit down and wait on them. A bunch of Impala just showed up. I'm counting. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 or 7 so far, but they're probably gonna keep filtering in. They just caught us out of nowhere. We looked up and they were right in front of us. She's done for. That one looked pretty good. I didn't watch a shot. I just want to stay on her. Yeah, that would look good. The arrow didn't pass through. It did? No. It was hanging above fletchings. And he ran a little bit further inside of her. Maybe the shoulder on the other side too. Yeah, probably. All right, well, that's Impala number 2. We had a bunch of them come in, and the wind is swirling everywhere. They're skittish. At one point, we thought they were done. They kind of busted off, but we found one that gave us a shot, and it looked like, I put it right where it needed to be. It sounded that nice sound you hear when you know you hit the cavity. So she ran off with the arrow. We're gonna give her a little bit of time, but I don't think she's gonna be too far. So since it's our last animal of the trip, we decided Mauser hasn't got a lot of work so far. I mean, we've been making pretty good shots. So we're bringing Mauser in this time. Just let him get on the track.
I said, this is the most amazing part of the trip we haven't got to witness yet. We've only seen it a few times, but it's fun to watch him work. I don't think he's a Bavarian bloodhound, I think. Some sort of.
So Ryan told us that on Mauser, when his tail's wagging, he's on the scent. And when his tail is just normal, he's still trying to find it. Just found the arrow, and it is extremely bloody. Broadhead still looks perfect, so I don't think we're too far from it. Mauser just took off in that way. I'm gonna guess she's laying in this thick stuff here. All right, so we just came into this little bit of thicker stuff off the main field. We're like 100, 120 yards from the blind. When we got out of the blind, I actually glassed her, and I could see her really slowly walking into the stuff, so we knew she was in here. We just figured it's more fun to bring Mauser and get him involved. So this is the second Impala in 2 days with the same arrow, with the tough head wide, with bleeders. And from what I can see, did a number on her. And here's Mauser standing next to his big find.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
This is cool. Impala are like the whitetail of South Africa, and it's always fun to get to hunt them, even when it's just the females. But unfortunately, this is the end of the Africa series for us here at Sirius TV. It's about 11:30, and we got to leave for the airport here in a couple hours. So we really hope you all enjoyed this series. Thank you for watching, and especially thank you to the ones who have watched it all the way through. Means a lot to us. So we hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in deer season.